Alright, hi guys, good evening. If we seem a little distraught, that's just because we filmed like an hour, 30 minutes an hour, and it didn't work on our phone. So it kept cutting out, kept turning off. So yes, we're gonna try this again, but now we're on the camera. So hopefully you can hear us. If not, I can turn the volume up. Today we're gonna talk about YouTube and why we started YouTube, the ups and downs of YouTube, what we like about YouTube, what we don't like about YouTube, and that is going to be our today's episode of F Off Fridays. So, Mark's gonna start by sharing your general thought on us doing YouTube.
The starting of it?
Just in general, your general thought of YouTube.
I really didn't know what to think about it, to be truthful. The girls seem to have fun doing it, but that's, we've done a lot of challenges then to start out, and they really like that. I mean, everybody seemed to like that. I still worked, you still worked, and we were doing it in the evening times. It's been good. It's been a long ride. I have no complaints about starting it, doing it. It got us down here. We've lived a good life.
10 to 12 years, let's just say that. Who knows? I don't know. It's irrelevant.
Yep, it's irrelevant.
My thoughts on YouTube is kind of the same. I'm glad that we did it. I think that it's brought the family a lot of opportunities we would have never had if we didn't start YouTube. I think my main reason of why doing it is, one, the money, not gonna lie. I was told how much money can be made on doing social media, because we all know people on social media make a lot of money. I was told how much money they were making, and other people I knew that was making, and they're like, you should really do it. So we decided to give it a try. We didn't make a lot of money at the very beginning, but it was a lot to us because we had always lived paycheck to paycheck. I ran daycares, he worked in construction supervisor, so we made good money, but we still lived paycheck to paycheck because that's just life. That's just how life is. And so I think that it was good extra income. It just was. And then we had problems with the first channel. We lost that, and all of the income had disappeared. And, even though we still had jobs, we still panicked because it was, good extra money. It was paying for the girls' cheer, because back in Indiana is when both girls were in cheer.
Yeah, it didn't affect everyday life, it affected the extras.
Financially, yeah, right. So, and then, we got that all fixed and situated and whatever, and then we continued with the challenges, and then everybody meaning the followers, fans, whatever. Everyone kind of got tired of the challenges and stuff, so then we started doing like family vlogging. Then we decided to do full-time daily vlogging. That way I could at least quit my job, which was, well, I don't want to say quit my job because I was my own boss. So I could close my job. I had a lot of good friends that worked for me, and they wanted to move on, and I didn't want to hire and train someone else because I didn't trust anyone else, if that makes sense, with children. Yeah. Especially when it's your ass on the line, like child neglect. It's just, there's a lot of things. I was a licensed daycare facility, by the way. I know a lot of people have that question. I did all the licensing, all the CPR, the first aid, all that stuff, and I had multiple locations. So I wasn't making a crap ton of money, but I was making good money. And I got to stay home with the kids, and I got to make my own hours and do my own thing. And, and that would have changed if my good people would have left. And I'm not saying I wouldn't have found good people, but I just wouldn't have trusted them like I trusted the current ones.
You just never know who to trust.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was like, if we're gonna do this, we're making decent money on YouTube. Let's do this. And everyone was like, okay, yeah, well, I want to do it. And we had talked to a manager at that time, and the manager had talked to the girls. Really not Ellie, because she was like 5 or 6. So yeah, we just decided to do it full time. Post, gosh, for I'd say at least 6 years, we posted every single day. And I don't know if you would say it would burn you out, possibly. I don't know. It became a lot for sure. But it was also fun. It was fun filming, camping, and trips, and Kings Island, and Cedar Point, and all that fun stuff. So I don't think we should have the girls do one of these, because I don't think any of us would say we regret anything.
I wouldn't think.
For me and Mark to make it through retirement and give the girls a career that they could take with them. That was the whole goal. I wanted them to be somebody, to grow a following, be able to do this on their own, be able to do this with their family if they want, if they don't want, their boyfriend, whatever. I wanted them to be able to make a good income, because the amount of money you make from social media does not compare to any degree that you can get. Brain surgeon, maybe, but hell, you're going to school for 12 years for that. Like an orthopedic surgeon, they make really good money, but again, 10, 12 years of college. So to me, this was a way to help my children succeed in life while making a very decent income. I don't know if that's kind of like, how you felt about it. I mean, I know we've talked about it, and that's why we had Emma start her channel. We had Ellie start her channel.
Yeah.
We didn't know that Ellie wouldn't have any interest in it when she got older. Ellie is also lazy. Let's just put that out there.
Like, she don't like to do. I don't know how to explain it.
She don't want to do anything she doesn't want to do. So if, filming tomorrow was a get ready with me for school, if she doesn't feel like doing it, she doesn't want to do it. But I don't know. She's
got different plans. I don't know. I can say it. She's just so tied up with running with her friends.
Yeah.
She's a people person. Even though y'all might not think it, and half of you hate her, half this town's her friends, and that's what she does.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't say that I regret anything. I think that I will regret not trying to talk Ellie into doing it. I don't know. I hope I don't. But it's not like I can force her to do it anyways. I do think it's funny that people say that you can force your kids to do social media. I think maybe when they're like little, like 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. But when they're 13, 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't know. I don't believe you could force a kid to film social media. Well, at least our kids, because it would show. Like, my kids don't hide the way they feel about something. And if you go back 2 years, you could tell that Ellie was just like, I don't care. Hi, well, whatever, bye. She's definitely different now. It might be because she's older, realizing, hey, I should probably keep doing this just in case. I don't know. But,
she's tired of the criticism.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah. It's been, I would say it's not the word regret. I hate that social media is a nasty place. I feel like social media should be a positive, influencing space. But unfortunately, in today's day and age, social media has become a very toxic, negative, condescending place. We post 15 minutes out of our lives 5 days a week, and I think that gives people entitlement, that they think they know who you are. They know everything about you. They know that you're obsessed with your boyfriend, or you're, hateful to your mom, or you're a spoiled brat. I think that, there are different.
You only get to see what they let you see.
Yeah.
75% of the people you see on YouTube aren't the people they are in real life. It's just.
Yeah, we've met quite a few of them.
It's a proven fact. It's as soon as the camera kicks on, it's one person. When the camera goes off, it's another.
Yeah.
It's like Instagram pictures, what I call it.
Yeah,
All these Instagram pictures you all float over, that ain't the real person.
Yeah, like when you're house hunting and there's beautiful photos, and then you go there and the house is shit. I don't know. I mean, I do wish that social media was a more positive, uplifting place, because I do struggle with what my kids have had to deal with. But
too many trolls in the world.
yeah,
It's easy to sit behind a screen and criticize somebody, and the person that's doing the criticizing ain't no better,
yeah.
but they think they got the power.
I don't know.
Bitch neck.
I don't know. So, I mean, YouTube is great. YouTube just isn't YouTube anymore. There's a lot of family vloggers that are quitting. There's a lot of gamers, streamers that are quitting. YouTube just isn't what YouTube used to be. It's TikTok now, honestly. I haven't made my way over there. We talked about doing TikTok. I don't know if we ever will, do fun. I mean, I post maybe once, twice a year.
You used to do more.
Yeah. Well, the kids were also home then, too. I think that Emma has an amazing life. So I am grateful that we did what we did, because I handed Emma an amazing life, right? I handed Emma everything to make sure she succeeds in the future. If this is what she wants to continue to do, she doesn't have to. It's her life. She's a grown girl. Ellie, I hope that she has an amazing situation when she graduates and decides to do college and what she plans to do. No, there's no rule that says everybody has to go to college. I know a lot of people dog Emma for not going to college. And I would have liked to see her at least take some college classes just to have a backup, but she chose not to. And I'm not going to dog my daughter for not doing it, but a lot of people do dog her. And that's fine. Everyone can have their own opinion. But only us know the truth, right? Only our family knows the truth. There's, like I said, there's a couple family vloggers that are quitting. I just think they're quitting because they don't really have any content. Starbucks and Dunkin' doesn't do it for them anymore. So they don't really have any content to film. And their children want nothing to do with them. So they don't really do anything as a family. What do you film? My Dunkin' order every single day, or my Starbucks order every day? People are just sick of it. So, they are not making, any money. And I don't care if we make $500. I don't care if we make $5,000 a month. It doesn't matter to me. We are doing other things that we don't share on social media. Everyone always says, what's your job? What's his job? Everything outside of social media we wouldn't share. I share my store because I sell it online. I sell it on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So I share my store. But the other stuff that we do, we don't share because I choose not to.
Ain't none of your damn business.
So, you know, I've seen a lot of TikTokers posting that they're broke.
TikTokers?
Yes. They have huge mortgages and they're broke. Social media doesn't last forever. We're not dumb. We know this. And we have instilled that in Emma's brain too. You know, I've talked to Emma about, you know, a cap in years, and you know, you're only going to have so long. Your run is only going to be so long, right? But yeah, I mean,
well, your problem is you start out and you get going, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a certain age, your followers are a certain age, and as that progresses, you know, as they get older, people start doing their own thing and you keep going, but you got to find a way to bring more people in. You know,
yeah.
It's hard to do.
We've never been one to do skits. There are a lot of channels that are still doing well that do skits, drama, boyfriend drama, girlfriend drama. We don't do that. We just do real life. Some of the regrets I do have is probably, I don't know, because this will be misconstrued. Probably filming with boyfriends and friends. I know Ellie still films with her friends, and I'm okay with that. But
Gabby's been around for
yeah.
a while.
But those are probably some of the things that I would regret. And I would say one of my other regrets is sharing too much. The thing that we forgot is that we have control over what content we share.
Yeah.
We have control over what things in our life we share. I feel like we overshared a lot.
You think?
Yeah.
I think on some things.
Just like friendships, relationships. It's just like, I know people believe that I don't have no friends.
Right.
And you don't have no friends.
Friends. No.
But they don't know. Like, they don't know because we don't share.
It don't work out in the long run when you're older. It just doesn't.
What do you mean?
With older people. It's just like Indianapolis, you know? Had friends for years, and then the YouTube got in the way. And
Oh yeah,
ended.
Stitch. You're snoring, dude. But I mean, what I'm saying now, currently, we have friends, right? We have
Yeah.
people that we can go out with and stuff,
Yeah.
and that we do,
Yeah.
like, you know, dinner and stuff like that that we do. People don't know that because we don't share it. So online, it looks like we have no friends. Like, I don't get on a video and say, yeah, I talked to my friend today and we talked about whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, I wish like the girls would have never shared their friends and never shared their boyfriends. And
No.
that's why we don't share our friends, because money, and not that we make the money now. What I'm saying is, back then, money and status ruined everything. Whether it's our friends, their boyfriends, whatever. You know, hell, you got Emma's ex-boyfriend still chasing
That's because he's a
followers. Right. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Turd, man.
So, I don't know. I think those are probably my main regret. Like, I love doing videos. Like, I feel like you guys, especially now, because we have less viewers, the people that watch now are our friends. Like, I know there's many times, like, things will happen in my day, and I'm like, oh, I need to get the camera and film. Like, it's kind of like calling your friend, right? or calling your mom, right? If like you won $1,000 at the casino and you want to share it with people,
Right.
I'm like, okay, pick up the camera and tell everyone on the camera. Or, you know, you could call your friends and tell your friends, or do both, whatever. That's what I'm saying, is like, my relationship with this camera is more like a friendship. Like, I like to share my stuff with my friends, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm sure at some point, Mark and I will no longer do it, but it's really hard to get used to not doing it. To not, like, picking up the camera. Because it's almost like when you don't pick up the camera, you're like, feel like something's missing or you're forgetting to do something.
Yeah. I agree there.
I don't know, it's so weird.
It's like you didn't get up and go to work today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I mean, yes, we're getting ready to retire. We may post once a week, twice a week, just him and I, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know what the future holds.
Nope.
Who knows?
Nobody
There may be
knows.
5 people that watch. I really don't care.
Only God knows what the future holds.
Right. I don't really care if 5 people watch, right? Like, I like to share stuff with people that want to listen. That's it. You know, if you think about social media in general, what has social media done for us? You know, moved us to Florida, took us on trips.
Opportunities.
Yeah, I mean,
Died down after COVID.
yeah,
Things changed after COVID.
the world changed after COVID. It really did. And if you are disagreeing with that, you're a liar, because everything in the world changed after COVID. Everything. I don't know. I just hope and pray that we've done everything in our power to make sure that our kids are set for their life. Whether that's social media, their large bank accounts, I don't know. I'm just hoping that they're better off than we ever were.
Tough. I guarantee they're better off than I was.
Oh, absolutely. Well, same with me. I mean, I wasn't handed any. The only thing I was handed by my parents was a car when I was 16. That's the only thing that I was handed. Nothing else was handed to me.
No.
I never got money. I couldn't call my parents and say, hey, I'm short on my electric bill. Can you give me money? No, they would say, the fuck? No. There was none of that. I was on my own at 18.
Yep. I believe you. You don't have to convince me.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, and Emma's on her own, right? Like, I'm not, I mean, I handed her bank account, you know, but I'm like, I don't know. I want her to do everything on her own.
You instilled a work ethic that sometimes works, sometimes don't.
Her work ethic is totally different than mine, though. And I think that her work ethic is different from mine because she doesn't know what it's like to struggle. Like, every day. Paycheck to paycheck. Not knowing how you're going to put gas in your car. Counting change to put $2 of gas in your car to make it to work.
Yeah.
We went through that. We were broke.
Robbing stores.
Really?
Yeah. Breaking into the neighbor's house.
No, but pawning our jewelry.
We did do that once.
We pawned all of our jewelry.
Well, we had to.
All of it.
Somebody got us fired from our jobs and had to start over.
Yeah. I mean, we pawned your 4-wheel. We sold your 4-wheel. I mean, we sold everything, pawned everything. We were broke.
Sold a $6,000 4-wheeler for $1,500.
Yep. We were broke. And I think that's the difference between our kids and us. Like, we know what it's like to struggle, and we know what it's like to not have money. And they don't. They were handed everything. They were given everything. I do regret I wish I would have raised them a little bit different.
Not gave them everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But it's hard. When you grow up without,
Yes.
you don't want your kids to grow up without, so you overdo and
Yeah.
But, they were working every day.
Right.
Well, not working every day. That's what everybody says. Oh my God, you work on my rating. But these kids talk to a camera maybe 15, 20 minutes a day, and that was it.
8 minutes.
You guys act like they worked from 10 hours, and it
Doing
wasn't
roofing.
like that.
Out in the heat.
Manual labor.
I don't know. So
that's why they got what they got.
Yeah. But I do wish we would have done it differently.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that both of them wouldn't have such a shitty attitude sometimes.
Yeah, probably.
The demand. Get me this, or I need this, or I blah, blah, blah. No. So, those are some of the things that we're working on now. But, what?
Nothing, I was just thinking, yeah, you're teaching the one, the other one's learning the hard way.
Yeah. I'm trying to teach Ellie now, and Emma's learning on her own. So...
That magic card, it sucks when it's your money.
All right, so anyways, I was saying that a lot of people feel like Ellie is the favorite and Ellie doesn't get in any trouble. I've seen a lot of comments about that, right? But one of the things that I've noticed is when we started YouTube when Emma was 12, we overshared. And this is what I meant by earlier when we were saying we should have not shared punishments or what Emma was in trouble for, because we don't do that now with Ellie.
No.
We don't share what Ellie gets in trouble for or Ellie being grounded. We don't talk about that stuff anymore. We've cut that out. So I think what people don't realize is that's something we stopped sharing. So they just think that Ellie is a spoiled brat and gets away with everything. Yes.
No, that's not the case.
Yeah. We just don't share trouble, drama, right? We don't share what Ellie gets in trouble for. We don't share her punishments. I don't share if I get in an argument with Emma. I don't share if I get in an argument with Ellie. That types of stuff. So, there is, I guess that's the difference. We just chose to stop sharing that stuff. We chose to stop sharing, Emma chose to stop sharing her friends. She has quite a bit of friends actually now. And she doesn't film with any of them. None of them. And she said she never will. So I get it. I understand. And now it makes sense. And that's what I mean by us oversharing. There's just things that if we could have known what happened in the future, we probably wouldn't have done them.
Right.
Same with their punishments and stuff like that and getting in trouble. But yeah, I think YouTube was a great opportunity for all of us. And I think that YouTube still is a great opportunity for Emma, and a great opportunity if Ellie ever wants to start doing it, maybe when she's older. I don't know. But, I don't know.
She's taking her TikToks down.
Yeah. Well, that's because her and her boyfriend.
She's puts them up, takes them down.
Yeah. Well, I think people say stuff to her and then she's like, I'll forget it. Whatever. Anyways, but I know we've chit-chatted. We really didn't get into details of YouTube. I was all self-taught to edit, self-taught YouTube, how to do it, all of that stuff. So, it was a learning curve, and we learned and we grew. We all grew as people while being on here. And again, I don't regret any of it. I just regret oversharing and what I allowed everyone to know about my children and ourselves. I guess my stuff about me, I don't care. right? Like my history, where I come from, my background, I don't care about. That stuff doesn't bother me. But my children would need to grow up and be my age to say the same thing for me to feel comfortable sharing things that, that they don't want to right now. All right, well, that's pretty much it. We kind of went off topic. I don't really know. This is only our second one. We're trying to figure this out. I don't know. We feel like a podcast should be more like...
Well, the problem was we had one picked out and we started doing it. It didn't work out, so we had to jump back to this.
I don't know. Comment down below. Let us know what else you want us to talk about. But we do feel like a podcast or whatever we're going to turn this into on Fridays needs to be more like back and forth, like we're conversating. I don't really know. I don't know. Do you like us just sitting down telling stories, or do you like us sitting and conversating? Let us know down below. Anyways, thanks for joining us on our F-Off Fridays, and we'll see you back next week with a brand new video on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.